By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. I glanced up from where I was crouched behind the counter of my teashop/bookstore, the Earl's study, to focus on my full-time salesperson, Imogen Prater. I'd been doing an inventory of my loose-leaf teas to see what needed to be restocked and which seasonal summer teas I could further discount to make room for fall and winter blends. Imogen was staring out the front window, and while it was hard to see her expression from my position on the floor, her stiff demeanor told me I wasn't going to like what she was looking at. Imogen didn't usually bust out the Shakespeare quotes on a whim. The bell over our front door jangled, and I got to my feet, cursing my late 30s knees and joints for slowly starting to turn on me. The moment I was standing, I wished I had stayed on the floor. The unmistakable bright red hair of Raven Creek's resident busybody and my self-declared nemesis, Deirdre Miller, was standing in our foyer, shaking off her umbrella just outside the door. Raven Creek was nestled deep in the heart of Washington state, a good drive from both Seattle and any other nearby settlement. Aside from the small city of Barneswood about 20 minutes away, our closest neighbor was an old mining ghost town. That made our little town one of those places where everyone knew everyone, at least by sight. And Deirdre Miller made it her business to know everyone's gossip as well. About a month ago, her nephew Dylan had finally had the grand opening of his artisanal soap and candle shop at ex.And, just 2 doors down from the Earl's study. And unfortunately, that meant Deirdre was showing up a lot more frequently as she ostensibly passed by on her way to pay him a visit. From all my encounters with Dylan, which had been admittedly scant, he seemed like a nice enough guy. He was in his late 20s and was polite and friendly whenever he came around, though he did seem incredibly shy. It had to be hard transitioning his totally online business into a brick-and-mortar one, and I wondered sometimes if his nervous energy would be an issue when it came to making sales. The Earl's study had been undergoing the opposite transition over the previous year, as we tried to adapt to the changing times and get our books and tea available online. I was forever grateful to my full-time online retail employee, Daphne, for handling that aspect of the store, because she was an absolute whiz with online formats and social media. I swear she had single-handedly doubled our monthly sales. I made sure her pay reflected her efforts. Deirdre dropped her damp umbrella into the umbrella stand at the door and flashed a smile at us, though it was about as friendly as the toothy grin of a moray eel. "Ladies, how are you both this morning?" She wore a bright red raincoat that clashed horribly with her hair, and her mascara had smudged under her eyes. Normally, I might tell someone about their melting makeup, but Deirdre wasn't exactly my favorite person in the world. She'd figure it out eventually.